Welcome back to Disco Elysium. This is number 10? Yeah, part 10. I noticed my save file now, or my Steam page actually says I've got like 41 hours in the game. Probably that's not entirely correct, because there's been some idling time while I'm starting the stream, and but I think I've probably got at least 30 hours in it. Doubt it's possible I've got 10 hours idling either. Anyway. So we've got some big progress from yesterday's segment where we learned all about the humanist icon, the Innocence. I'm now spacing on her name. It'll probably come to me, but either way. Was a surprising amount of information there. We met our friend in the rafters. We met someone else. Oh, it's all gone. Dolores Day, that's her name. Thank you. Oh, we met the trapper, the cryptozoologist. That was the whole thing. Anyway, I probably don't need to give you like a full-on update since this was just yesterday. Oh, Rage Requiem, thank you very much for the 96 months and Twitch Prime subscription. Much appreciated. I did get the VOD cut and put into the playlist, of course, so, you know, if you missed it, it's there. I think it was like another 4.5 hours or so. I do want to check my journal before I get in too deep, because we had some time things to do, I think. Oh, we had to get myself organized. Oh, right, because we're on the communist path now. So if I care, I can go sniff people. Because my sense of smell can find other communists, and it was all metaphorical anyway. Inspecting the traps is an ideal thing to do. We have to pick something to put on the wall now that we've got a mural ready to go. Well, we might have news about the nightclub now that we've talked about that. And we need to run the number on the victim's armor, which we just basically need to hear back from them now that the time has passed. So I think I'll start with that. I kind of wanted to get any information I could cobble together about the armor, because it's just so strange. Maybe it isn't really, but it seems strange to me. I hope you're still enjoying Disco. I've been thinking about the game quite a lot. Outside of playing it, I mean, I'm still thinking about it quite a lot. Oh, right, we can't walk that way, I guess. Yeah, we gotta go around. Strange pathfinding occasionally, but, you know, no biggie. I bet a lot of people play through this multiple times to see how different their runs go. It seems like it could be quite a long game to do multiple attempts through, but I guess a lot of the stuff I do is secondary and like optional content. So maybe I'm adding a lot extra to the game that doesn't necessarily have to be there. Not that I'm going to go looking up a speedrun until I'm completely done with the game to my satisfaction, but I am quite curious what an optimal path through the game might look like. Welcome back, Sulk. Yeah, we had a very nice time with Shin-chan. And I just figured I should get on to a bit of this before it gets too much later, because with the hour going back, I kind of forgot how late it was. Oh. This is unexpected. Is this the person in hiding? I think I'll put my flashlight away. Oh, this guy's an ICP fan. He says the F word 93 times in that song. Can you believe it?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
All right. Says the young man with... Oh. For a moment, I thought that said another word, and then I realized what word it actually was, and then I'm like, okay, right, that's why they censored that. Yeah, that's a word to have on your back, I guess. I mean, I'm good.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it. Neon
style. His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan, F the world. Again, massive tonal dissonance from Shin-chan.
A snazzy, shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors.
Yeah,
Cops'
I mean,
heads.
I've
Scary
seen Mad
tribal
Max.
shit.
Cops' heads.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
I do think of a lot of things in terms of proper skull value, so yeah, that's fair enough. So they're gonna steal our car then, or... Because my car's already in a ditch in an ice flow. I'm pretty sure Kim's not gonna put up with that. Yeah.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
Alright, this is gonna be awkward.
It's just theoretical work, Copper.
Oh.
No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Alright, this is not at all the way I thought this was gonna go down. So, like, in the world that I know, this scenario is basically a setup for violence. You have the scenario where, like, you've got some punks whose entire identity might be hinged on F the police. And you've got some police saying, we don't appreciate you talking about stealing our car. And now all of a sudden, backs against the wall for the punks, gotta prove, you know, you're tough enough. And I don't want to see some bad thing happen to Kim. But I don't really know. But yeah, they're not those type of people, I guess.
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not. Cop. We're not snitches. Or skulls.
Why do you keep saying that? What?
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
You've been talking to Kuno.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, Cop Man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Okay.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
That's true, they do seem like that. They should probably be canvassers. Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
An amnesiac cop.
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
Of course I do, I'm just testing you boys.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmartnay.
Besmartnay? Alright, go on.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
Encyclopedia, you always have my back. I love you. I literally ask a question and it's like as if Siri was listening and you just come to my rescue and deliver me the information. Oh, deathless in Russian. Cool. And I did forget, or I wasn't thinking yet to make the connection to Cindy the Skull, but yeah, now it makes sense. Oh man, Encyclopedia is so good.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
That sounds like a lot of fun. This is his name?
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck
I know,
all
I saw
swagger,
that one before, but I
infamous
didn't
for
notice the other one.
Nonverbal modus operandi.
Cool. Non-verbal modus operandi. Non-verbal.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you
Oh my
without
God.
saying a word.
That's brutal.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual. a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
Ah. Yeah, what's up with Cindy? She didn't stab us at all. She was, like, a bit rude, but, like, not even that bad. I mean, compared to Kuno, she was, like, fine. Well, yeah, I don't love the thought of someone just stabbing you suddenly without saying anything. I feel like there's a lot of ways that could go terribly wrong, even in their own ideology.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock. Or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
Look, I've never done this, but I do feel like there's something pretty cool about having neon lights on the bottom of your car. Of course, Goldman would say that.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
They are wretched aggressive. And brutal, also. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Point to the yard.
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one
Oh no.
know anything?
I don't think this is the time nor the place, but I look forward to this conversation.
Ah, this sounds like epistemology.
Yeah.
A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
The all-consuming epistemology discussion. I know that you don't know shit, or I'm not going to entertain you with this any longer. Are they gonna get reverse psychologied so easily and quickly that they don't even attempt to put up any defense? Maybe. Let's see what happens if I say they don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit?
Oh.
For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind
Oh,
a
solipsism too, eh? We're going all the directions immediately.
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
Yeah, maybe it's a specter. That's probably right.
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are the audience, and the artist is hiding somewhere in the dark.
Okay, yeah. Theater of the absurd? That's not the right meaning for that. That could be the case, yes. A brilliant work of art.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin.
I don't think that was going to go anywhere useful anyway.
On anything. He looks very uncomfortable.
I don't want Kim to think that I think that, although I probably shouldn't have said it then. Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
Okay. Right?
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
I will. I do. I see her regularly. She's in the coal room.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism.
They seem very respectful toward her, but I guess it's just because they want into her club.
Odd. There isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation.
They did say one thing that was, well, aside from the name, obviously, they also said something that was homophobic. So that's an ounce, or a hint of hate. Grippus, thank you so much for the 22 months. As I've only been a VOD viewer, but loving the disco, wanted to subscribe while you were alive. Thank you for doing that. Much appreciated. I will try my best to continue disco until it is complete. I have been doing Saturdays every week. I don't think I've missed any. And then we'll try and get optional second sessions in where possible. Like today and right now. This will be a shorter session, though, than yesterday, though.
The lieutenant
Thank you very
on your
much, I
left
appreciate it.
is unusually lenient toward them.
I see you kids are into enotic dance music. Oh, maybe we can hook them up with some friends.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
What's almost funny about that is reacting that way almost says it's like confirmation you are still kind of kids. Because after a point, you're just like, ah, sure, whatever. I'll be a kid if you care. Don't really care.
Be wary of the abyss.
Oh, wow. I have to fight the 4 kings down there. Make sure you get Sif first, or you're going to have a bad time. His blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. Why?
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
Don't fuck with me, boys. I'm one of the bad cops. I just wanted to talk about music, and now there's conflict all of a sudden. It's too much. Nervously shake your head.
That's right. You should back off and let silence rule supreme.
Right.
What is wrong with you? Now you're just empowering these punks.
This is ridiculous. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls?
Lieutenant gives you an irritated glance.
Yeah. The skull symbolizes the embrace of death and nothingness, present in all of us. The vehicle of our future operations. Death and nothingness.
And what are you using that information to inform?
They're called Skulls because when you are shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs want to eat.
Oh.
Just trust me and follow my lead.
So, boys, want to feed the dogs.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable. The other one shuffles uncomfortably, nevertheless continuing to steal glances at the lieutenant's motor carriage.
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez? Or your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a part of skulls or not? I'll say, why aren't there more skulls?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
I keep saying Martinez, it's Martinez. I have to work on that, sorry.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Alright.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
I'm not sure, did we actually upset Kim, or is he just sort of like... He's on that usual, like, I'm a little irked for a second thing, but he doesn't really let it get to him much.
Yeah, we are.
The young men exchange approving nods. Alright, your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a member of Skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
Yeah, you really should prove to me that you're both psycho and vicious.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
What? These are not the punks I'm used to. The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Okay, Perception, I'll try.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
The blonde agrees and provocatively spits on the pavement. Enough about this scullery, then.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket have that written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Oh. Oh, I just got subverted. Alright, I completely just read that in the way that... Right.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences.
All right. I mean, that's way better than the thing that I thought at first. So, right on. Just don't stab people.
Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Where was this a moment ago? Makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
I don't know what to say.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field,
Yeah.
even if it's rather narrow.
Yeah, I feel like he put all of his points into that. Whatever that is. He's 100 points in at that point, and that's it. All right, why do you have F the world written on your
Like
jacket?
I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
The Hollow Knight that fills your chest cavity.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
Did they both go to, like, the same college class?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
I don't know about that. It's not a good metaphor.
you get more fish in a shorter time.
You get
And
little bits
for
of
time is
fish
the
that you'll
essence
never
and fleeting
find.
ever so quickly. One must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone.
You sure do have some thoughts, all right.
Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Why you gotta paint your face like the Joker, bro?
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
No, Rhetoric, what? How did you agree with that?
Is it a coincidence that
Is
here we
Rhetoric
have
drunk?
2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey, Kim, lower your voice.
Yes?
What do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
See, Kim says sometimes that he's not really the type to make these sorts of critical observations, but then he just sometimes does it anyway. And they're usually completely reasonable. I mean, the one time he was really out of bounds there, he was like, oh, I think it might be a drummer. It's like, okay, well, sure, we all make mistakes. Sure, the jackets are scaring you, that's cool. Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our path? Okay, I'm gonna poke the bear slightly and say, sure, the jackets are scaring you, that's
What
cool.
are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a this kind of guy or a more of that kind of guy?
Neither.
Oh, come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
I can't believe I got him to say that! Oh my god. Yeah, that works. I feel like I'm more of a F the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
You never know where you're gonna end up with this game.
So are we done here? Or
Oh.
You don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Ask for the jackets for yourself and the lieutenant. Demonstrated authority. Kim showed good tactics. They're just off-brand skulls. I thought it said skews. I mean, 28%'s not fantastic, but it's basically a third. It's close enough.
These guys aren't scary. You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying, or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Just ask them. Okay, gentlemen, I need your jackets.
Why?
Look at the shit I'm wearing.
Yeah, like he said, total shit. What about it?
There's a spark of sympathy in the youth's eyes. I thought maybe I could appeal to, well, sort of through a self-deprecating lens that maybe I need their help.
You didn't say that.
My clothes make me sad. I need to fun it up. I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people. It's depressing. It's not shit, it's disco. Leather would be such a cool look on me. I'll say my clothes make me sad.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Please?
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it then.
So much anarchy
handle
that
this
you
sad
just
shit.
agree. I got the jacket.
It's true. He simply can't. It's called empathy. Wow. I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
He's got a Found written on his leg there, I just noticed as well. Huh.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
No, he won't.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
Wait, world fucker, you got a rich dad?
No. He's like a volunteer lawyer. A total bitch. Cites law and does dishes.
Does dishes?
You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket anyway.
Alright, I got the jacket for you, Kim.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Why not? You could really raise hell. Go undercover hard. But don't you want to express your individuality? I'll say why not.
I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all.
Still, it's good to know that we have it, should the need arise.
The need will not arise.
It might actually, you never know.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
That was surreal. Definitely a strange high point. They subverted me, they made me laugh until I cried. I actually have a tear in my eye. That's not the jacket I wanted in particular, but you know, we have it now. A leather jacket that quite recently belonged to a young man who possessed some intimate knowledge on the human condition. It has his nom de guerre written on the back. It's quite a statement.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers,
I know what's
a
in there.
radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and
No,
the
I want
soft
the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Oh, do we still not have the number? Have you heard back from Violent J yet?
Yes. The armor was produced by...
Oh.
fair weather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la clé in 42.
Thank you.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
Okay. Do I get any useful information from that? I'm not sure.
It seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Do you know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
Downwell's fun. I enjoyed
A
that.
suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
That's pretty direct visual calculus. A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
I'd have to wait another day now.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts in this case. Yes, please.
Glad to help. Call back
Okay.
tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Do I need to talk to Sylvie again? I feel like she said no, like, don't call me. And I don't think I need to call the HQ. Yeah, I guess I should. Try calling Sylvie, I guess. See what
Just
happens.
a second, officer.
Oh, she's so much sadder now. I figure since we're on the radio already, I might as well.
Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
You recognize her voice. Hello, Sylvie. It's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun. When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. And what? What did I do? Or actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened. No, what did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what?
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Yeah, it's not good. Don't do that.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
It's true. I can't see without my brains.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after.
Okay, I don't know what to
Me
say.
neither.
Yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Guns can buy money. I sold my gun for money.
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Oh, okay, so I already found that anyway. Think I got what I needed, thank you.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with,
I didn't even
officer?
say goodbye. Fair enough. Alright,
57th, over and out.
thank you.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Run your fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch. and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
I feel like Kim has, like, warned me off touching the car too much in the past, so I'll leave it there. Alright, call Alice back again. Next time. We'll get there, I guess. So we've got 2 skill points. I don't really necessarily want to put one in anywhere right now. I hate that my reaction speed is 1. That's certainly going to be a problem at some point. Let's throw a save down. Got so many saves. I should check real quick and see if there's any new people around. I mean, I know some things change based on the time occasionally. I don't anticipate any surprises, but I also didn't expect those punks to be there either, so... You got anything new?
The woman is still hunched over the railing, her head swaying to the music, her eyes looking at nothing in particular.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Huh?
Ah,
What
okay.
is it?
I thought because that was not grayed out, maybe it would lead to something new. Guess not. What about you? You have anything new?
Right to
Nope.
work!
Nothing.
There. Do you smell that?
Oh, a communist? Smell what?
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent reordering?
Close your eyes and take a deep breath.
Can you smell it now? You inhale. The cilia along your olfactory epithelium tingle with excitement as they sift through the
Are there
swirling
cilia in there? I
morass
thought those
of
were in your
industrial
lungs.
odors.
Or am I thinking a different... maybe a different word?
First come the smells of the agitated strike breakers, layers of body oil and sweat, over-buttered meals pulled from bake-like lunch pails.
We love over-buttered
the biting
meals.
stench of lye soap. And then there's the slowly
Oh, it's a general
oxidizing
thing. Okay, I
metal
thought it
gates,
was lungs.
the scent of stale grease emanating from every crack.
Everything in order, detective?
I'm smelling for communists, Kim. I'm gonna say that.
You're smelling for...
Communists.
You know what? I'll just leave you to it. Carry on, detective.
I'm in a very chaotic mood, apparently.
It is a mark of the lieutenant's respect for you that he does not press you on this decidedly extracurricular errand. The lieutenant lacks your highly developed politico-olfactory cortex. The reek of communism is undeniable, and it's coming from that railing right there.
From Manana.
Yes, now's your chance to establish contact.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Attempt to establish contact. Listen, brother, there's something important I need to talk to you about.
What's that, boy?
He tilts his head slightly.
Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in.
I'm looking for some people who really know how to grind a sausage, if you know what I mean. It involves our mutual friend Cross. Put your hands next to your head and curl your fingers like deer antlers. I'm investigating a peculiar smell, one with revolutionary implications. That would scare somebody off. I'm looking for a secret cabal of mole people. I guess I'll do the deer antlers.
Don't think I've ever met a Kras personally. Then again, I've never been to Gran.
He narrows one eye at you. I'm looking for people who know how to grind a sausage.
Have you tried a butcher shop?
He looks at you with perfect equanimity.
Okay, maybe it's time to abandon the subtle approach.
I'm looking for communists. You know any?
Comunistas, huh? Can't say that's where I thought you were heading with this. Not that I'm criticizing. It's good for a man to take his time and think about the whole socio-political world picture.
It's certainly been an interesting development to witness firsthand.
So you've given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
I'm on a sort of a quest to develop my political potential, and I need their help. Honestly, I had a weird dream, and now I need to get to the bottom of it.
Chasing a dream, huh? I have to respect that, boy.
He gives you a small salute.
I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
I thought union guys were all communists.
Some are, some aren't. It's a big institution, room for all kinds. Comunistas, feminist supremacists, even an anti-institutional boyadero.
There is warmth in his voice when he talks about the Union. Whatever his personal politics, this is his home. All right, so if he isn't personally a communist, he's definitely hanging out with them.
Ah, but you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago. Perhaps he's your guy.
An ideologue.
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat.
Yeah? How'd you meet him?
It was late one night as I was leaving the armor. He was waiting on the corner in a bright white jacket. Classic Saramirizian style. He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
Extra physical? Yeah, what is that?
No idea. I took it to mean he was asking me to join some sort of underground cell.
Yeah, that doesn't even sound like something you can understand through context.
A very old school organizing technique. The sort of thing comunistas used to do before the revolution.
Where's encyclopedia? What'd you tell him?
The same thing I always tell people who try to press some claim on me. I said, every boyadero rides alone.
Alright, how do I find him?
I couldn't tell you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abadanais." And then he was gone.
And who are those
I don't
people?
know. Guess not everyone remembers.
Oh. A tight half smile crosses his face. What do you think it means?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk could be. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows this ideologo personally. I have to say though, it sounds like you found yourselves a proper hunt.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his
Alright.
hair.
Well, thanks for all that. That guy seems very chill. Oh, we can sniff out more comrades. We could do the traps. We could talk to the ravers. I'm sure they'll have something interesting to say about the people we've talked to or found out about inside of the church. Does this guy have anything new? Not that I like to talk to him.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck.
No, you're good. Well, you're not good, but you're not someone I need to talk to right now. Oh, I have to tell the lady about her husband. Unless he's back. Maybe he's back now. And there's these two weird cops standing here. I still don't know what they're up to.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
So I ran into your husband on the coast. The conversation with Titus. We kind of ran out of ground to talk about. I think I have to intimidate him or something for him to open up more.
Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease.
Yes, no trouble.
If even a little.
Honestly, he could have come back at any time, and I don't... Well, except for when the lock was up. But, I mean, other than that, it's only right there.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back.
I don't know what he's doing. I thought they were done. He said they're coming back, so, like, what, he's still out there screwing around. You never told me you seen the Phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Alright, have a good night, Successor. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. No, I want to know.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this, and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood.
I don't know, I consider 5 to be largely in that billowy haze.
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me.
That's
After
pretty
a
scary.
while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
That's a pretty long time. Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the Phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
You were on a date.
Our first. Yes.
The limbs are white.
Not all of them, as far as I remember. But some of them. On the inside, like stalks of marble, if that makes sense.
Odd. Why would it be white on the inside? How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Night, fruit sorbet. Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Maybe you imagined it?
Of course. I've thought about it. But Morel says my report matches with the others. And I'm sure I hadn't heard of the Phasmid as a child. Nor had my mother or my grandmother. So how did I know what to imagine? It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena,
She lowers her voice, imitating a boy.
you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian Phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
Trying to think, is there any way that it was like some way you could be confused about some sort of optical illusion or trick of the light kind of thing?
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
Alright, well, now we've had that discussion. Oh.
Wait, no. Something about this bunch doesn't smell right.
What do you mean? Aren't they Everett's guys?
They are, but they don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you.
Huh? Meanwhile, Fat Angus keeps shooting you furtive glances and mumbling uneasily to himself. I guess that was him mumbling.
And from his perch at the end of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away. Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats.
I think this is happening because I'm on the communist path. So it's like judging their position on that question. Do I know you?
Hi, gendarme.
Oh, it's you.
Another rendezvous.
I saw you smoking, but I wasn't sure I recognized your hair from this angle. Hi.
Hi. So what brings you here?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
A small smile adorns his face. You were right, he was magical, magically bureaucratic. I didn't like him as much as I like you. I didn't, he's a government official, I don't trust governments. I'm gonna say he was magically bureaucratic.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
He smiles, and his smile seems melancholic. Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, Sur la Clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village.
He breathes in and keeps his lungs filled for a moment before letting out.
Or is it just money? I don't know.
Why was he staying at your place in the
He
middle
has
of the
keys.
night?
And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
He waves gently with his cigarette-holding hand. What are you, you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Oh. Is that even a friend?
It is. On
On
Sundays.
Sundays, right? I don't want to talk about other people, I want to talk about you.
What about me, gendarme?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I don't know what I'm doing here, I just go where life takes me.
Maybe you should figure it out, detective.
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the
Oh,
crime.
yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
And what was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the info.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
We'll give it a quick try here. 28% chance. What is it about the way he carries himself?
It's the sports.
Yeah.
He's a sports guy, all about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Guess that's that. This guy just talks about money whenever we talk to him? Yep. Yeah, alright. Yeah, just a bit of sports action. I guess I'm gonna check in with the bookseller. Oh. Are you a communist? The book is titled The Man from Hiamdel and the Wild Fire. Okay. Is that something you needed to tell me about suddenly? Also, what's going on with the sewer grate over here? Are there communists in there? No. Alright, I'll go in the bookstore again just quick.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
You got nothing.
And welcome to Crime, Romance.
Not interested, but thank you. Boat lady's got nothing. Maybe we'll talk to Cindy, because we talked to the punks now.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
The punks send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in high esteem, or I think they're afraid of you, or maybe it's just Skull solidarity. I made up the sending their best part, but I did talk to them. I'll say they hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
Okay then, how's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Heavy. Catch you later, Cindy.
There it is again. There's a spectral scent haunting this pair, no doubt. And it smells like...
Sports.
sea brine, mostly.
Oh.
Because it's a pair. Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital.
Close your eyes and take a deep breath, or I can kind of smell dreams being ground down by capital. Yeah, I'll say that.
Without a doubt. Your politico-olfactory cortex doesn't deceive you. The smell is coming from that balcony over there.
You mean from Cindy?
Certainement. A precocious communist youth. A symbol of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters.
I could probably do this later.
A chance to establish contact with the future. What a beautiful, terrible thought.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Alright, hey sister, let's talk politics for a minute.
And what do you know about politics?
One of the union guys says there's someone trying to organize an underground revolutionary cell. That'll probably scare her off, wouldn't it? My nose told me you're also a communist. We should team up.
Well, well. Sounds like quite the snout you've got there.
Your olfactory department wants you to know that it accepts no responsibility for wherever this line of interrogation leads you.
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk that ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban. A right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
Does this Steban happen to have a jacket like this? Show her the white jacket.
He might.
Will you help me find him?
No.
Oh. She pretends to think about it for a moment.
The lieutenant let slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable.
Is it money you want? Here, take some. I've got plenty. Or I guess I should give up then. Nothing ever works out for me. Or just tell me what you want me to do. I'll give her a 5 riel.
Keep your money. What I want from you's better than gold.
And what's that?
Don't look so deflated. Whatever she asks, you keep your chin up. A wicked grin extends across her face. A laughing skull. Death hilarious. This is gonna be bad.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
With gusto. Oink oink.
Wow, that was easier than I expected. It's almost like you've been wanting to do it this whole time.
He doesn't care.
A cool, damp feeling
Whatever.
ripples through you. You
I got
realize
nose
you
offend.
needn't have rolled over quite so easily.
Oh, apparently that wasn't good.
The lieutenant, needless to say, is not
Oh, no.
impressed.
I feel like in another context, Kim wouldn't have cared very much about that.
Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Steban. It's touching. Sort of. Steban's group meets only at night. In an old room in these
Oh, I
apartments
should have put the jacket
here.
on. Yeah, you're right.
It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting is tonight.
Oh!
Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them.
Hold on, what else can you tell me about Steban? Or that's very helpful. Thank you, Cindy. I'm gonna say it's helpful.
Hold on. You didn't think it would be that easy,
Yeah.
did you?
Yep.
See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators.
Cindy's
and the
always looking
like.
out for me, you know?
You can't join the meeting without one.
She didn't even have to tell me that.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but I wonder whether it might have something to do with that phrase Mañana mentioned overhearing.
Yeah. You're right. Good thinking, Kim.
The lieutenant nods.
Guess this is what happens when two pigs put their heads together. That's enough. Off with you then.
Oh, I accidentally found my way to the answers. Well, thanks very much, Cindy. You're very helpful all the time. And always such a pleasure to talk to. Attend Steban's meeting after 2200 at the Cape Side Apartments. There's another time thing. We've got ages for that. I feel like that jacket is going to come in handy whether Kim wants to believe it will or not. I mean, he's usually pretty resourceful. I'm surprised he didn't see more utility in it. Also, just having more options is often a good thing. You got anything, or do you just want to say cool a bunch?
Everything's still cool here,
Yeah,
officer.
you do. Love saying cool. Well, it seems like most of our tasks then are going to be over on the other end. We still got to deal with the body too, which it is now raining on. Thankfully, I'm not sure they account for weather when it comes to decay. In this particular scenario, anyway. It's just like the chair in this one, yeah. Okay. I keep forgetting which house is which. Not that there's that many. I suppose I'll go talk to the Raver kids and see what they have to say about what I found. No, I never bagged the body. I didn't have time because I had to get to the smoker.
The policeman.
No, you're good. I needed to get to the smoker before the timer passed, so I left that for the moment. I have quick travel. I forgot that was a thing. I also need to find these traps. I don't think they'll be terribly hard to find. I just need to go do it. Pretty sure they said one of them was in the north. Hopefully they show up on tab. If I hit tab, that like it should highlight them as an interactable. Oh, good. I didn't know if they were like meant to be hidden. Oh, a rock. Incredible. A rock with money. Wait, what's this? Is this another place I didn't walk up to? How is this possible? This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. Were there barricades or some ways that were stopping me from walking over here and I just didn't know they were barricades and I thought the map ended? Or did I simply not walk this way? It's possible. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. Can I go in?
An old door, worn by elements.
Oh, I love an old door.
The depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
Probably something that is no longer there.
Well, I'm not going to pass that check, so... That was a white check, right?
Door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune.
A red check, one openable door. Oh no. So you screw that percent chance up, you don't get another go. Oh, t-shirt. The shirt looks worn and smells a bit. You can't help but wonder who would leave it stuffed in this tear container. What kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of life's mysteries that will never be solved. It's not that big of a mystery, really. It's okay. When I had first looked at that door, I thought, oh, surely it'll be a white check, 'cause that would just be cruel to have a place that you can never get into if you fail it. Oh, there's one. But then they went and did the thing. Like, right then.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before.
Is it full of locusts?
Same wiring.
Look around.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something.
Wait for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one.
No, you weren't.
He looks at the sea, then you, laying the trap back down on the ground. I wasn't? I mean, it would have been pretty exciting if we found it. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand Tiomotiri. Sorry, probably butchered that. Purple. You take a mental note. Tiamatiri seems important somehow. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusted broken control box for the radio relay tower. A scented scarf. Who's going around scenting scarves? This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. -2 physical instrument for allergies. Probably not worth it. Hey, CI. That's a very specific thing to think. Hope you're well. Ladder's too rusty to climb. The sea air is eating away at it. Well, that seems to be all that's here at the moment, unless somebody shows up here later. God, it could be like Dark Souls, where there's just NPCs randomly appearing in various places, or on Elden Ring. You just don't think to ever check, so you miss them. That would be a drag. I guess I have to just thoroughly check everywhere in the game at all times. Just in case. I'm pressing tab just in case again that there are objects. Mostly not. Alright, I was gonna talk to the Raver kids. I thought you could come around the back part of the church? I guess I'm wrong. Cheers. Got my seltzer water. I was concentrating too much on clicking and nearly spilled it on myself. Oh, I got a hat that I can give to the girl with the microphone.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us?
I'll help you, all right.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya?
Oh, yeah.
We've been waiting for weeks here.
How do I give you a hat? What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. The musicians in... Anyway, I don't really know what I'm doing.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would...
Take this.
No, man, fuck that.
It's okay.
Now this is where a hat would come in handy.
Maybe you were right about the hat.
Oh, I have a hat. I can't give it to you, though.
Go ahead.
I was hoping I could give her a hat. Might have to be wearing one? That's fair. It also might not even count as... Oh, that's what it looks like, right? Very strange look. Maybe it doesn't even count as the type of hat she'll take or something, but I'll try that again.
Hello again.
It's just such a specific thing.
Recording, I guess. I think I'm the musicians... Anyway, I don't really know.
She looks at the recording.
Take this.
No, man, fuck.
It's okay.
Ah, give her your hat. Here, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. Cool. We got you a hat.
Go ahead.
Oh. Empathy Legendary. The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable at your age or any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
Nothing if you got this. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
That's kind of sweet. Her teeth rattle. She takes the device from you and places it in her lap.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
He said eating me. There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
I guess there is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
None of these things are what I was hoping they would be. I think it's the plight of the working class. Everyone's just mooching off the entrepreneurial class, shackling the doers. Come on, who really is saying that? I think it's all these foreign people taking our jobs. Ugh. People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good. I'd say it's the plight of the working class.
Oh, really?
The golem of capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike. I fear the process is irreversible.
Wow. Social justice really matters that much to you? That's commendable. It really had you shaken up there. Are you sure that's it, though?
I haven't seen much of this world, but from what I've seen, social justice as an adolescent term sounds almost liberal. What's gotten me shaken up is the people's struggle, and it's gotten me shaken up bad. I don't really like that I'll just be calling her adolescent if I say about social justice. But that seems like the way forward in this conversation, so...
Yeah, man. They're pretty bad.
She says without much conviction. It makes me sick thinking about the thousands, millions, billions. How many people are there actually? How many people are there in the world?
3.6 billion. Not counting those in sale.
Why aren't we counting those? Really, that many? Reduces me to tears. Thinking of the 3.6 billion and God knows how many more in that seal place crushed under the tyranny of the market.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Are you sure you're not just hung up on some chick, though?
Perhaps.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in my in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, they had the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under the shit. They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good. Yeah, probably that one.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
That's really funny, the way that we just cut through all of that, yeah. I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent, and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
I'm sure. Why else would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Wait, what do you mean by selective memory? Or I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world. What do you mean by selective memory?
When I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
Yeah, it's a trauma response that you try to distance yourself. Like, I'm sure the drinking didn't help, but I don't know if the drinking was solely responsible, because it's not like you can... Well, you can get blackout drunk, and you can damage your brain and damage your memory. But the kind of forgetfulness in this very particular case of something that's highly emotionally tied to him, I mean, it sounds like he's trying to distance himself from it, and his brain has turned it off. So I'm going to say you have a point. Selective memory.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What is this, Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the bullshit psych thing then, or you know I'm not sure this made things any better. I'll say thanks for the bullshit psych thing then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Easier said than done. But yeah, we got there. Oh, I feel better now that she got her hat. And she sees me as an equal. Check the trap Morel just set up. Oh. I was just there and well, not just there, but I was there when he set it up and I didn't click on it. It's okay, I can find my way back over again.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crab man.
Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think?
He gave me an odd lecture about alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
The paranoid young man mumbles gruffly.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
You will never get this. Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. I mean, that is a funny thing to say, but he's not, though. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you'll never catch him. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. Yeah, he did say that.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you?
No.
A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Hyper time. Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I did not see the other spooker, just some machines.
But she's in there somewhere. Has to be. Have you tried investigating the machines? Anyway,
yeah.
do let us know
Oh,
if you
right,
see
I
her.
got the password for that and all. Yeah, okay,
As
so I should
always,
probably
we'll be right here.
finish
Wait.
that up. Man, that guy in the back, again, really reminds me of the head honcho from Hunter x Hunter. I can't remember his name, unfortunately, but he had, like, similar earrings, kind of stood in the back with long hair, and just act kind of aloof. I can't even remember what he did as his power anymore. I just know he was a pain in the ass to beat, because he's highly strong. Wait, who's that? Oh. There's new people here. Didn't expect that. Am I near the trap? I can't remember exactly where it was. It's almost impossible to get a fire going near the ocean. Oh, can I get that bottle if I have my bag up? Not a gettable. The most minor of frustrations. Oh, it's here. But I would like it if all of the visually presented objects that are bottles could be picked up.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality, but...
Look around.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain.
Reach for the trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
I mean, it would have been the most surprising if it was here, right? Because this is the one we just watched him set up, so we figured it would be empty.
Another empty trap.
How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. Okay, that's 2 down. Oh man, what if you could, like, see the phasmid in the game? And it's just, like, in the reeds somewhere. And I didn't notice it. That could mess me up. Apparently I can retry something, but I don't see an orange thing. This map just constantly gives me notifications that something's changed and I just never see it. Oh. I wanted to look which ones were left. Near the boathouses west of the Feld building. Okay, so that's back to the right a ways, I guess. The boathouses are where the widow lives, I think. I also need to make sure I talk to them, but I don't want to do it right now. It's where the boats go to sleep. Oh, that's sweet. What do you think about the theme of this soundtrack right here? It's so, like, ethereal and hopeful, but with an undertone of loss. It feels like the emotional release climax part of, like, a sad drama. Yeah, for sure, melancholy. It's the part where Robin Williams bursts into tears because he misses his wife. But there's also, like, again, it's bittersweet, as you said, so, like, there's the happy part of it, too, underneath. It's very effective. It makes me attached to this even more. The rain sound is lovely as well. I think that also helps. It's a nice, light, stereo positional pan as well, so you feel a little bit of the trickling raindrops around you. You wouldn't think this is the type of game you'd want to play with headphones, but it kind of is. Very effective use of sound. It's almost like they're firing on all cylinders, really.
This trap's not too hard to spot.
Yeah.
Once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
I'm like freaking myself out looking for this bug in the reeds. I thought maybe I saw it there. You know that long one there? Look around.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. You see slabs of concrete north. In the east, the city center hums to you.
Reach for it.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Is it bad to eat spicy food right before bed? Does that, like, make you have nightmares or something? Or is that just cheese? I just had a craving for spicy food. But it's like 1 o'clock. I don't know if I should eat spicy food. Oh, yeah, reflux.
Empty as all
That's
of them.
true.
One more of these and we're done.
Alright, face is red from the cold sea air, crouches to catch his breath. Bummer it wasn't in here.
I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Do you think a cat would go after a bunch of locusts in there? I mean, they might. Cats are weird sometimes. Check the trap near the boathouses. Oh, I got the wrong one. I thought this was that one. Cheese gives you nightmares. I'm not sure if that's even true, but I've heard people say that. West of the Feld. What is the Feld building? I don't think I know that. Oh, the building with the new people. They want me to go west of it. Wouldn't that put me where the first trap was? Cheese is worth nightmares. I mean, how do you think the hunter ended up in the hunter's dream? Bit too much cheese before bed. You know, I never did go in this, did I? I just walked past it every single time and said, oh no, I clicked on that, it was locked. Right. Must have gone past that like 15 times. What's this? Ruffed grouse taxidermy. I mean, if it weren't for the fact this game doesn't care, I would never have taken that, but... The dead body of a grouse stuffed with some unknown material. From a distance, it might just pass off as the real thing. The bird itself looks extremely ruffled and slightly grumpy. I'm supposed to bring that to the pawn shop, I guess.
Hello, mister.
Little Lily. A young girl barely 4 or 5 years old sits on the sofa as she is looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Oh yeah, Lillian's daughter, right? I'll ask her about the stuffed bird.
It's a grouse.
Yeah, we all love a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken scooter using a certain road.
Jesus, I didn't think about that at all. Of course, yeah, that makes plenty of sense, considering he's spent the entire game trying to fix that bird. That's good. Maybe if I give him the grouse, he'll let me in the blue door. I'll be very happy with that. Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I would have given it back if you said, no, it's my favorite grouse, or, like, please don't steal. Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yeah, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Oh, that's very good to hear. Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes.
Oh, they are? Okay.
They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
What's that thing you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like...
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
I don't think little kids like if you point out their toy is falling apart. I think you just, like, compliment their toy and move on. Looks soft.
Yes. Very soft.
Press your cheek against Lammy.
Isn't he soft?
Oh, would have healed my morale. That's nice. She's right. Lammy is very soft. She rubs the white fur against your cheek, then returns the lamb into her lap, cuddling it. All right, goodbye.
Bye!
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. All right, well. A strange, unexpected moment. I feel so bad now for all the people saying, did you try that door? I genuinely thought I had tried it and it was locked, and I just thought that was the end of it. A communist? Oh, The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? I thought you smelled the communists out here. That would have been very surprising. So they want us to be west of that building, which means not here. Yeah, I'm still curious how we get to another trap that isn't the one we already looked at. Like, there's no more west after that. What is those traps?
Nothing has changed about this trap.
What the heck? That can't be right, then. Near the boat houses, west of the Feld building. Yeah, it must be up. Because that's where... Oh, sorry, not up from here. Well, no, this doesn't really make any sense anyway. I'd have to go all the way back around again, so it wouldn't be west of the Feld building then. A tad south from there? Okay. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so it is all correct. I just missed it. I walked through here once, but then I kind of forgot.
It takes you a moment, but finally, you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
I don't know why I was making such a fuss out of it. It's not like this map's that big or anything. Look around.
Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
No, look closer.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morel needs to know.
We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we?
Well, I did. You don't have to do anything. Look around.
Behind you, a ruined...
I just did that. Alright, so we got our final information about that. Last trap was empty. Return to Morel in the whirling. Yep. Well, I'm glad he went back to his wife, and they can finally see each other again. Do you end up going to other locations, or is this kind of the whole area? They have that whole map, like, all laid out and everything, like, drawn and illustrated, so I would think it would probably be here. Not that I want the answer to that. I want to find out, but, like, I'm just curious. Seems I should probably go, because this is very low viewership for this game, so I guess I'm on at too late a time or too early of a time or something. I'll just walk my way back over to the other side of town. Still got a few more things done today. I've been getting usually 80 to 90. I think I had 100 on a couple days. I had kind of promised my viewers that I was going to do this playthrough eventually, and I think there was a little bit of momentum for it. It's all good. It's not a typical time for me to play it, or a typical day. I've been doing it on Saturdays, so... Alright, we've got a perfect spot to leave off here, because we've got people to talk to right away for next time. Even if it wasn't a super long session, at least we did accomplish some things, tied up a couple loose ends. We got a new bird to give to Garta, and that's great. Alright, it's all good. Thanks very much for dropping by, those that did. Our Angel, thanks for coming by as well. Maybe I'll see you again in future. We'll be doing these again every Saturday. I've also got a playlist with all 9 other parts in. This will be in there too later on. Feel free to follow or join the Discord if you want any updates or notifications, or ask me any questions outside of streaming hours. I will see you for the next stream on Tuesday. I said I might do, like, the Call of Duty campaign out of curiosity. I'm not 100% sure if I'll do that, but it's one of the options anyway. I've got a few other things to think about, too. Oh, and I looked into the pronouns extension as well, and it seems that's just for browsers. I thought it was a Twitch-level extension. So I could test that out and see if it's of any use, but it would just be for myself, more so. And I guess then I could recommend it if it's any good, but I don't know. I don't know if there's as much utility in it. I think they should just have a pronouns thing built right into Twitch, honestly. Anyway, I'll look into that more, I suppose. See you next time. Have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for watching. Take care.